I'm here with the team bringing you Bitcoin apps. So guys, thank you very much for taking time away from hacking to talk to me about it. Could you give me just an overview of what it is you're building and why?
Well, yeah, thanks for having us. I really appreciate the event and what this is doing for the whole Bitcoin community. Basically, Bitcoin apps is a way to bring decentralized apps to the Bitcoin community using the actual blockchain on-chain data services that were presented with the Bitcoin Files protocol. So that's utilizing pre-existing technology in a new way, similar to what you could say they're doing with Ethereum on their side with um, the Ethereum name services, where you can type in a domain name .eth and then it presents you with a website. So it's kind of trying to mimic the same idea on the Bitcoin side, where we can have decentralized apps served directly from the blockchain.
I'm really excited about this project, which we're more specifically calling Unstoppable Web, because I think that it's going to enable us to actually host, which is separate from, some people make me confused about what IPFS can do. IPFS can't actually host, right? So this is kind of like a Filecoin competitor. We can host things like marketplaces, peer-to-peer exchanges, like the next evolution of, say, local Bitcoins, blogs that nobody can silence, online stores, like what Square does, maybe social networks that, Amazon and its pals can't shut down. So I think the implications for this technology are so interesting, so
Yeah,
powerful, and so
so
timely.
timely. Yeah, the timeliness is the biggest thing. I think we really got very lucky with that. What happened this week with Parler gives us the most relevant use case in terms of even possibly being able to bring back Parler on a network that can't then later be deplatformed by Amazon or any sort of big tech. So as you said, George, I mean the timeliness of this is amazingly convenient and great for us.
Sure. So could you talk a little bit about the tools you're using to build this? And would you call it a platform or is it more like a protocol?
At this point, it's a protocol that is going to be, I guess, applied to a platform, which is, I guess, a larger, broader project in itself. But for the hackathon itself, we're really just focused on the protocol. How do you get like HTML data that's traditionally served from a web host to be served now directly from the blockchain? So that's the technology that we're building, and then we're going to apply it in ways that George went through by creating blogs and social networks and things that people obviously want that add value to their lives, but oftentimes are centrally controlled. And we see we've seen so many cases of how that goes wrong. So this is a great alternative, a fallback, if you will, for many content creators that have already been deplatformed or fear being deplatformed in the future. So we're excited about the applications.
Yeah, I mean, this last year I lost 3 YouTube channels to false copyright claims. I'm still trying to get back. We see people deplatformed left and right, people shadow banned. Parler. I just saw something from Parler. They can't even get their site back up because nobody will provide them hosting services. Um, so this we really need, and even the guy Jack who runs Twitter said, yeah, the next iteration of this is really going to revolve around blockchain, and so this project, Unstoppable Web, really is aimed at all that.
Exactly.
Very cool. So what do you think will be, or maybe even what have been the biggest challenges to, I guess, first of all, getting done what you want to get done for the hackathon, but then also long-term in making this, a viable alternative?
Well, it comes down in the end to the users having access and being able to absorb the content. So there's always that chicken and the egg situation where the users don't come until the content is available. I think what the biggest challenge is going to be is offering some value initially that the users demand, and then hopefully things domino from there. So we're looking really at, I think we've decided to create some sort of marketplace as a reference, application for this whole new protocol. And few ideas in terms of the marketplace. One idea, which I think would be pretty disruptive and certainly gain some attention, would be to recreate like a new Silk Road using this this new protocol and obviously the platform that it's applied to in a way that I think it goes back to the roots of Bitcoin. So so that's definitely the biggest challenge, is how do we get the initial users interested in this whole thing, and then hopefully the merchants and the businesses will follow the users.
Yeah, the projects that I'm working on in the developing world, we have teams in multiple cities onboarding merchants. I have a lot of experience with that. We've been onboarding merchants who want to sell their products across borders for remittances, or even in local markets to, for example, local.bitcoin.com. So there's absolutely demand there. There's absolutely, in the United States, where I think maybe all three of us are from originally, we have a very, very large marketplace, essentially with only state borders, which are essentially no borders at all. But you go to a place like Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, the developing world, there are many small countries. And to cross borders with trade, to harvest the network effect of having many participants in a marketplace, it's not there yet. And so with a marketplace that's hosted on the Bitcoin Cash blockchain with Unstoppable Web, we can eradicate those borders. We can reduce the limits of those borders. We can connect merchants in Ghana with merchants in South Africa, with merchants in Indonesia and in China, and they can trade, in the same currency in Bitcoin Cash. And there's definitely demand out there. We've seen things like Amazon, Alibaba, Mercado Libre, eBay. These have been huge things, but these haven't made it. These haven't percolated their way into the billions of people in the developing world. And so that's the kind of thing that we can do with Unstoppable Web.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. So yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk to me about it, and best of luck with the hackathon.
Yeah, appreciate it so much, John. I mean, we're definitely appreciating what you're doing as the host, bringing attention to the entire community. So, again, for you, best of luck throughout the event, and just, very much appreciate what you guys are doing at Bitcoin Unlimited.
Yeah, thanks, John. You guys are killing it. This is a really great hackathon, and it just goes to show all of the great people, ideas, and energy that we have in Bitcoin Cash. The future, the potential is really unlimited here.
Yep. Fantastic.
It's very kind of you guys to say. I appreciate it. And yeah, I agree. I think there's it's looking pretty good. I think we're gonna be all right.
yeah, definitely. I think you guys set the bar pretty high for the 2021. So just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. It's working.
Absolutely.
I hope the bar continues to be elevated.
We all do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We're going to do our part.
Yeah, exactly.